Hi, into Red Rum, it's Tony. So I'm doing a video on my recent decisions to be like a plant mom, and the reason why I'm deciding to do it is because I don't know, like I'm drawn more and more to plants. I want to do healing work in that way. Not necessarily overriding the other things that I have that I want to do, like my art and massage, Reiki, tarot, things like that. But it is something that I'm interested in. I'm mainly interested in it for kind of like growing fruits, vegetables, and then getting into textiles and a lot of plants or just root materials, vegetables, things like that. Can become like natural dyes. It's not that I'm moving towards a more natural lifestyle. Health wise, it would be best and advised. But I just kind of find it fascinating. I'm in my creative arts era, and I just want to explore what that means in this way. So I'm really fascinated with it textile wise when it comes to textile dyeing. But I bought a few plants. I do desire a home of my own now because I feel like I'm going to be having a lot of plants, and that is something that is going to be very interesting to do and to watch as I fill my own space with my own energy. So I kind of do want to do that in the future. But anyway, I decided to get some plants, and I'm going to show you the 3 that I currently have. Well, 2 of them are grown. One was bought, one I propagated, and then the other I have to grow. So I'm going to prepare to like pot that. So the first one is the orchid. It's so pretty. Look at it. Now, there is some damage to this part. You see how this little part right there, and then here it's because it got a little damaged when I was putting it in my car. It got a little damaged, I think. Yeah, it got a little damaged, and so I'm kind of sad about that. And the story behind this is I've wanted to get these for a really long time, and long time for me is just a few months, but sometimes I wait for things for like years before I get them. But I wanted to get this, and so I got it. I have recently kind of come to the realization this is a womb thing, but when I guess ditched the friend, my whole attitude about life kind of started to shift, and I started to move in this direction of being an artist and living life and loving life and wanting to express myself, and wanting a family and more stable roots. And almost it feels as though that person that I want to be with, because I started tarot, reading tarot and watching tarot, really watching tarot, consuming it because of a love relationship, and I feel like as that draws nearer, I'm becoming more domestic. I'm also a Cancer sun, and so Cancer season is literally this week, and my birthday is literally like this week. But I'm like really excited about kind of stepping into that role. And what does it mean? A lot of trauma is coming up in the womb space, in the heart space. I did some ancestry.com type things as far as like looking up ancestors, and I did learn a few things about the female ancestors, a few of them that never got to live to see their children grow up, to become adults, and that was really unfortunate. And you know, I'm at this age really that's close to the age where one of them passed, and so it's kind of like sad because I know that they're the ones that are pushing me like the most, or one of the stronger energies, especially the one that died like around my age. They're kind of guiding me, and it's kind of like a womb healing in a sense. So yeah, I like thinking about that. The more positive aspect of this plant is that I feel a spirit baby with this plant, and I feel really happy. I feel like it's a spirit baby offering this to me, and it's like accepting this plant is accepting the baby, and accepting this plant is accepting the love offer from their father as well. So yeah. So I'm really interested in this. If I didn't explain, this is an orchid. If you've never seen an orchid, I told someone on my Instagram, I was like, they're aliens. They're not regular flowers. And she was like, they're aliens trying to be like, they're aliens trying to masquerade as flowers, because I just get a really otherworldly energy, and perhaps it's that death energy and about them. But yeah. So it has a few more to go, and then it tells you what happens at the end of their lifespan, what you're going to do with it and things like that. It's a pretty short one. There are bigger ones, but I did want a smaller one because we don't have too much room with it. Another thing with this is that they're a very delicate flower, and they require kind of learning about them a little bit more. So they typically do come in stuff like this. They don't require a lot of water. It's actually detrimental to them to be like watered so much, so you really don't have to take care of them in that way. You do have to like notice. I feel like it's a very finicky kind of plant, people say. It's a very finicky kind of plant, but it kind of reminds me of like, you know, like people talk about cats and independence and things like that. That's how I feel. I feel like if you just let it be, you'll be fine. But if you want to control the situation, then it's not going to go so well. And I guess that's also a lesson of child rearing, is that you can't control everything with a child, right? Like, it's not that they control you, but you do have to kind of like take their being into consideration, because they are on the receiving end of whatever actions you have, and you don't have to force them to do X, Y, and Z. And it's actually a lesson from my childhood, was that I was kind of not necessarily like beaten to do certain things, but I kind of was put in positions to be and act in certain ways that like I personally didn't care about. And so yeah, so I do, like, as an adult, kind of rebel against that kind of stuff. But yeah, this is my plants. I'm gonna do a series on this because I don't want to do really long videos for this channel. 10 minutes is kind of long enough for this channel. So this is the first in a plant series. It's orchids, my spirit babies. And I have names for my babies too, my future babies, actual like physical human babies. But this is my plant baby. All right, thank you for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.